is happening, sports fans? It's your main man, Matt, from the DFS 5-pack. I'm with my main man, the DFS Patriot. He's got a snow day today. What's happening, dog?
What's going on? Nothing like a good snow day on a Friday, hopping into a 3-day weekend. Football Saturday, Sunday. Oh, and we got hoop all weekend, too.
I don't even remember the feeling of a snow day. I'm sure that Friday snow day feeling must be great. My wife is still at home, virtually working. Just found out she's going back next week, so thank heavens. I like having her here, but, not every day, all day. So,
correct.
The weather got pretty bad out here. I know you were talking about a snow day. We got like 6-7 inches last night over here, so It's cold. The winter weather finally hit, but man, it's January 7th, so a little bit later than I expected.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely took its sweet time getting here, that's for sure. But you know what? Snow days mean I'm here more often. I got days off, and I'm one day closer to paternity leave.
Well, that's the music to my ears. So you know how much I love making these videos with you. Yesterday, man, I can't even remember yesterday's slate, but I know you like Damian Lee a little bit. That game was just so bad.
Oh, it was disgusting. Yeah. So I like Damian Lee, and I should have just listened to myself.
To be honest, though, like every game was bad. There was no good. I mean, I made 3 lineups and I had one cash nicely. The one I had a bunch of bad pieces. Otto Porter. I can't even remember. That one did not have Gary Payton. So I basically used every guy using like 2 out of 3. So that was one that didn't have Payton, which was huge because he was chalky as hell and only played 10 minutes.
Yeah, and he had, 7?
I don't get it. Like, he plays a lot when everyone's in. I just don't get it.
It's got to be a rest thing. That's all I can think of.
The best player on the floor for Golden State for a lot of that game was Kuminga.
Yeah, I didn't watch a bunch of it, but it sure as hell wasn't any of the guys that I played. I know that much.
No, it wasn't. I'll say this. Jordan Poole was like 0 of 10 shooting, like deep into the fourth quarter. But I'll tell you what, and this is like, I think he's a good player. Obviously he's not like a superstar, but he was 0 of 10 shooting, couldn't hit, the ocean from the beach. Finally, like with like 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, like made a layup, then got to the free throw line. And you could just tell that, like, you know how it goes. Like, once you see the ball go in the hoop, like, he had like 10 DK points at that point, finished off with like 25, which isn't good, but like literally did that in the last 3 minutes, like all of it.
Right. Yeah. It's just crazy. The guy can turn it on, and he's a shooter. Like you said, once you see one go in the hoop, it's real easy to start flowing him in.
There's nothing like, though, and I told you this, like it must have been yesterday, and I know he's on the slate tonight. Anthony Simons a couple nights ago. Like, this dude had like 70K points at halftime. He scored 20 real-life points in the third quarter. He looked so good. I'm excited to go right back there tonight. Ton of good plays tonight. I'm just going to make one video, members only for the public. It's Friday. You got a snow day. We'll give the people what they want. Before we hop into this NBA slate, I'm going to shout out our promoters real quick. First off, Jazz Sports. When you sign up and join Jazz Sports, you get a no-risk wager up to $1,000 in your first bet. That's $1K back if your first wager is graded a loss. You really can't beat that. I don't see any other deals like that around the industry. So I recommend everyone check that out. The promo code is 5-pack. And then Loose Lines. Loose Lines is an affiliate of Jazz Sports. They offer really good lines and odds over there, reduced juice, and a ton of other perks. When you deposit over there, you get 50% off your first deposit. So, again, the promo code's 5-pack. Both links will be in the description section. We got 9 games to talk about. COVID news everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Utah's basically missing their entire team. But
correct.
They can't – this game is not a game that can be, like, postponed unless they get more COVID guys, because a lot of their guys are out because of injury. So if this game – they would have to forfeit this game.
Right. And that's definitely not what they want to do. So they're going to force pieces in that need to be forced in.
They're going to force pieces in. Man, I'm excited to talk this slate out with you. You want to pull up DK? We got a nice Friday nighter. Weather bad across the East Coast and some good ones on the board.
Yes, sir. So first game is the San Antonio Philly game. Look at the San Antonio side. My wife just brought me lunch. I appreciate you. Sorry. So White's out. Keldon Johnson's out. Vassal's out. Lonnie Walker's probably out. Doug McDermott, Thad Young, the whole shebang.
Yeah, they're missing a lot of bodies, but now it's different bodies because before it was Murray out, now he's in, White's out. Honestly, Murray is who he is. It doesn't really matter he's the one that matters if he's in or out, in my opinion.
Yep, for sure. I mean, he has the ball in his hand 90% of the time anyway. So I mean, if he's in and the ball's in his hand, and if he's out, there's a lot of usage to be thrown around.
Not only that either, but he's one of the better guard rebounders in the league. So when he's out, it opens up much more for like him being out really helps Podol.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I mean, and Podol's going to have his hands full tonight with Embiid. So I mean, I think you're going to need DeJounte Murray to come down and get those boards.
I agree. I mean, I don't know. Like San Antonio's really short-handed, but I'm not sure that I like Murray more because of that, because their team just stinks.
Yeah, I mean, I think from the San Antonio side, I think my favorite player is probably going to be Bryn Forbes. 3,500. He's going to play a ton of minutes tonight. He's going to be putting shots up. And I mean, I just see him probably with, around 20 DK points. So I like what he can offer.
Yeah, I see Bryn Forbes getting some love. I know you've talked about him a little bit recently. Like, I got no issues with him. I will never call him a must. I mean,
no. That word, no.
They got a lot of guys like that, though. Keita Bates-Diop, Trey Jones. Like, I mean, I could see a couple of these guys being good. I could also see all of them stinking.
Which is very possible. But I think with the good thing with Bryn Forbes, so we've kind of talked about this earlier on in the week and the past couple of weeks, he's going to play regardless of game flow.
I do think that he steps basically right into that Derek White role.
Right. And at 3,500, that's not a terrible thing.
No, I mean, it's not like it's not a terrible thing, but I'll say it's like not like he hasn't played minutes, and in the past 2 games he has done nothing. So know that that's possible when you roster him. Like even if he plays 30 minutes, I mean, how many more DK points is he getting in that Boston game? 3?
Yeah, but I mean, I think with the Boston game too, you had everyone.
Fair enough. Like I'm not saying I expect 10 from him here, but if he ends up with like 16 DK points, I'm not like that's a reasonable outcome in my opinion, and I do not want that. I get that at 3,500 it's not killing you, but there's going to be other 3,500 guys I think that smash value,
especially in Utah.
Exactly. I mean that's basically all it is. So yeah, I mean there's a couple other good spots as far as Philly goes though. Like they're pretty healthy. That said, Maxey and Milton are out. We saw Seth Curry have a monster game.
Yeah,
I could see going there.
I mean, he played well, but I mean, I don't think replicating the 12 assists and 7 rebounds is feasible.
No, it's not. I mean, honestly, I won't land there. But just because there's so many good plays, but I think he's a solid look. Like he is not a bad play at all. He's just not like atop the list. I agree with you about like the rebounds for sure, but he will be playing point guard tonight.
That's true. No, that is very true. I mean, and so it's very possible. I mean, for me, it's more like you talked about earlier. Simons is 62.
Give me Simons for sure all day.
Right. So that's where my head's at. You know what I mean? But no, I mean for sure. I mean he's a good filler piece. He has the ball in his hands a lot more, and obviously he's shown he can produce when he has that ball in his hands. For
sure, and I do think that Simon's price is up there. I know he's like the same as Curry. I don't think it's like the craziest idea in the world to pivot from Simons to Curry. I don't think Simons is going to be overly popular either, though. I mean, he'll get love, but
I don't think he's going to be crazy loved.
Nah, I don't either. I mean, his ownership was even down lastly because his price went up. So,
which was stupid, but anyways.
Yeah, I think the other guy just from this game, I mentioned him in passing, is Trey Jones. I'm fine with him, and that's it.
Yep.
But other than that, I'm not looking really at anything from this game because I do like pieces from the next game.
Yep. So next game is Brooklyn and Milwaukee. So if we start with Milwaukee, is Giannis playing?
Yeah, he is, I think.
Yep, he's probable.
I like him a lot.
Especially with Holiday out. I mean, that he's going to have to bring the ball up.
I like a lot of pieces from Milwaukee, actually. So I like Giannis a lot. Cousins is no longer on the team.
I was surprised by that move.
I think that was like planned because just because of money, I know that they said he played well for them. I think it's strictly like a money thing. For me though, Portis looks real good here now with no Cousins backing him up.
And he didn't play that well last game, so everyone's kind of going to probably off him.
Agreed. Giannis, I think Middleton's in play. Nora. I like a lot of pieces of Milwaukee. Nora, yeah. I don't know. I think this is a good game too.
I mean, look at the Warriors' numbers, man. He can play.
He's not bashful either. Yeah, he's playing big minutes now. Obviously, Giannis being in doesn't help them. But now you got Drew out, and they're still missing Connaughton, DiVincenzo, and Grayson Allen.
Right, and obviously Brolo's out for the year. I mean, there's so many pieces that are still out. Like I feel like they could absolutely run a line where it's like they put like a Wes Matthew with a 2 with Giannis, Middleton, Nwora, and Portis. Like, I could see that being their lineup.
I could see that as well. I could also see like Javonte Smart getting some run. 3K. I know Line Star likes him a little bit. Again, not much to like given the game log, but with Drew out, I don't think it's crazy. I'll say that.
Nope. No, I completely agree.
There are just really smash spots on this slate, though, that we haven't gotten to, like Dallas, Houston. You know what I'm saying? With no Luka or Porzingis, like
those there's just so many good spots that you just don't even need to guess around.
Exactly. So I think the main guys from Milwaukee, Giannis, Middleton, Nwora is in there, and Portis for me.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, really, it's funny, even though it's a big 9 gamer, you could totally stack those 4 in a lineup just to be different. Like stack those 4 because they're going to get them in 90% of the run, and you got to assume it's going to be a high pace, high tempo, close game.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. And then I'll also say, like, flipping it back to Brooklyn, I don't usually play Harden or Durant when they're both in, but their prices are now down because Kyrie came back. Kyrie's out at home. So I think they're both wildly in play, honestly.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, absolutely. Why not?
Yeah. But exactly. They're very affordable for who they are, even when they're both in. So I could see using either one. I don't have a strong preference either way.
No. I think if you have an extra 300, you go up to Harden. If you don't, you're fine with KD.
Yeah, we're finally at a point, though, like with LeBron, who plays late. Like, these guys are cheaper than LeBron like now. So
substantially cheaper.
So, like, big time cheaper. So, like, it's definitely, like, LeBron's, I don't think, going to be, like, really high owned today. Do you?
Mm-mm. Especially with Giannis, too.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. A lot of good plays on this slate. Seems to be the theme recently.
Yeah. Anything else from Brooklyn?
No.
Okay. Next, Utah. We're just going to start with Utah. Okay. Mitchell, Gobert, Conley, Bogdan, Ingles. Is he out? Questionable, Royce O'Neal. Clarkson's questionable. Whiteside's supposed to play, but he's questionable. I mean, good God.
Yeah, it's really tough to speak on Utah right now. I mean, as of right now, if Clarkson and Gay play and Royce O'Neal, I mean, you talk about those Milwaukee guys. These Utah guys are locks. Clarkson, O'Neal, Gay, Whiteside.
Even Whiteside, yeah.
Well, Whiteside might be the biggest lock of them all.
Oh my God, he's gonna be super chalky at that center spot too.
He is, but how do you not play him, man? Like
you're stupid if you don't play him.
McGee-ish.
Yes. And we've seen the flashes when he was in Miami, like, and he was involved in the game and he was playing. He's a good player.
He's shown it this year in flashes. Look at his game log. I'm not even kidding. Like,
yeah, right here.
In 19 minutes, look, he averages 20 DK points a game.
And he plays chump change minutes.
He plays like 12 minutes a game. Seriously. He's like a point and a half DK point per minute guy. He's like up there. He's just like JaVale McGee. He might even be a little bit better.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, it is crazy. Like, he's not a good NBA player, but he's a very good fantasy player. He blocks a ton of shots. He grabs a lot of rebounds. He scores inside.
Right.
He's
not bashful to shoot the ball.
Yeah. Man, he's a lock, assuming he plays. Mm-hmm. If he's out, like, it just makes me like, I mean, Rudy Gay is already a lock.
Right. I mean, God, if any of those 3 guys, like you said, Clarkson, O'Neal, Gay, once they're confirmed in, they're locked in.
Exactly. Then it comes down to, like, what do you do with the other guys? Like Pascal, Azubuike, Trent Forrest. I actually think Forrest is a guy I'd be the most interested in. I feel like they kind of like him. I mean, again, nothing in the game log is going to make you
obviously.
But this is a completely different role for him now, right?
Right. You're looking at a totally different team. You're literally taking every single player that's played 95% of the minutes and said, you're off. Okay, everyone else fill in.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just interested to see who's starting, who's really in or out for them because it's tough to break them down.
Uh-huh.
Just know that like they're gonna have a ton in play.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you might just like whoever they start, those 5, just play all 5 of them.
You could easily do that. The problem with that is that like you only have 3 spots to get different. So I don't think I want to play 5 Utah. I think I'll probably play 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's you could play 6, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you literally you could literally play all that value and then like stud up the other 3 spots.
Yeah, easily. Yeah, what about the Toronto side? They're playing pretty good ball right now.
They are, and I mean,
That's
they're
the
pretty
only thing I'm
healthy.
worried about with these Utah guys is like we've seen spots before where like teams just die and like they don't do anything and they score like 60 points for the game. If that happens, like I'm telling you, you don't want 4 Utah guys. I'm not saying that's the likely outcome, but that's the outcome where like if you fade the Utah value, you're in a good spot. And I'll say this, it's not like there isn't other good value. That's just the best value.
Right. Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, this is a healthy team at home. I mean, they're playing good ball too. I mean, Scotty Barnes has been playing well, Van Vliet's been playing well, and they're healthy for the first time in God knows how long.
Kind of like Siakam. I know he's only center eligible. I've been liking him. He was good last game despite foul trouble. I like what I'm seeing from him right now. And he's not really the type of guy like, oh, if he goes off, I can't see this game staying close. Like he can do a lot of things to fill up the stat sheet. I don't know if I'm gonna like prioritize him tonight, but I will say Linestar loves him. They have him as the second highest value play on the slate.
At 9K?
Projected for 54.660 DK points.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that's surprising to me. I mean,
that's aggressive.
Very aggressive. I think that might come down during the day, but I'm a fan anyways, so it's worth noting.
Yep. All right.
But like you said, they're healthy. They're playing good ball. This is not the team to just lock in.
Right. All right. Chicago, Washington. Let's see. No Rui, no Bryant. Harrell is supposed to play, right? Yeah. Questionable.
They just Monroe also.
Huh?
They signed Greg Monroe also.
Yep. And Bertrand's still out. So what? Anything from this game? I mean, from this spot? No.
Okay. No, because I think if Harrell's out, Gafford's in play still, but not a lock. And then now with Dinwiddie back in, they got guys back in, and they're priced how they should be. I mean,
right.
I don't think Beal's like a bad play, but he's more expensive than KD now.
Right, which is scary.
Yeah, so no.
The Chicago side, Caruso's out, Javonte Green's out, and then the normal bub from the bottom.
I can't
anything
see
from this game.
Guys in.
Nope, no. If you want to take a flyer on Derek Jones, fine, but I wouldn't. There's too many good value pieces at that price range.
Yeah, for me, it'd be more interested in like the expensive guys because they're not going to get any love, and they're actually good.
Yeah, that team is very good out of left field.
Yeah, I mean, they're the moves they made. While a lot of people were giving them like DeRozan is a dog. Like he's obviously in the MVP race right now.
He's been balling.
I think that I think that he'd be top 3 in the MVP right now. Honestly, Curry is like coming down, in my opinion.
He has sucked.
We just talk about it from a fantasy perspective, but like that translates, right? Like,
right. It has to.
It has to. It just has to. If it didn't, like, exactly. So, and he has not been good at all.
No. I mean, meanwhile, DeRozan's been absolutely balling.
Phenomenal. And while I do feel like, all these guys are similar talent level, Vucevic, DeRozan, Levine, Lonzo Ball to a lesser extent, DeRozan is the leader of the team.
Yep. And he walked right into that role, and everyone that was already on the team accepted that.
Exactly.
So they just mesh well.
People love him, yeah, which speaks to his character. So, as far as DFS tonight goes, nothing I'm getting on them though because they're all in.
Right. Yeah, I'm staying away from this game.
Same.
All right. Next is we'll start with Dallas. No Luka, no Porzingis. That's all you really need to know.
I mean, we've read this book before. Like you just lock in Brunson.
Correct the mundo.
Because now he's back down. Like he's
at 7K now.
he's like the biggest lock on the slate, maybe. I mean, right there with the Utah guys. Right there was, I probably like him more than Simons, actually.
I mean, how do you not? He's playing Houston, and he's the dude.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I mean, look at his numbers. Those are the metrics without Luka in 40, 38, 34, 43, 40, 36, 48.
It is going to be hard to get different tonight. And I will say, I do feel like the ownership's going to be really concentrated on like one group of players. So deviating a little bit from the path might be beneficial just in like a couple spots. And I will say, our boy Kleba, like, I know there's value all over, but like this dude, he didn't even make a shot last game, I don't think, and he had 20 DK points.
He played a ton of minutes.
Yeah, dude, he plays a ton of minutes now. No Luka, no still no Porzingis. Like, I like him here. I do.
Yeah, 4K. I mean, God, you can do a hell of a lot worse at 30+ minutes at 4K.
Yeah, I think he could get us 30 tonight.
I mean, Houston's not good defensively. They're not good, not a good rebounding team. So why wouldn't he?
Yeah, exactly. So again, he's never a guy I'll be like, oh, I have to play Maxi Kleber.
Right.
But he's definitely in play for me. The other Dallas guys too, like Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yep. He's getting a ton of love from what I've seen.
I wouldn't be surprised by that. Dorian Finney-Smith.
Mm-hmm. The DFS king himself.
I don't think I'm going to get to these guys just because I like the other plays more. These guys do look really good, though.
Oh, I just need this man to stick to a team. I love him.
Yeah, I'm sure you do as a Boston man. Just got news. Montrezl Harrell was not at shoot around, so take that for what it's worth.
Yep.
Yeah,
right, and
Brunson, Kleba, Tim Hardaway Jr., Finney-Smith. Anyone else from Dallas you like?
No, I think the only priority to me is Brunson.
Brunson's definitely the only priority for me. I like Kleba, but I'm certainly not forcing him in.
Yeah, for sure. All right, next is Houston.
Man, I was on Houston spread and money line against the Wizards. What a good win that was I feel like such a good win for me.
Did you hear what the announcer said?
Yeah, I did hear it. I'm not really sure what to make of it. I know that he's trying to spin it, one way, and I don't know. I don't really know how to. I don't really know. I don't want to speak on it because I have no idea.
Yeah, it just a bold statement, regardless of his intention.
My question is, like, I know that he's saying he thought he was the son of former Bullet Kevin Porter. I still don't get how that reference makes sense in that regard.
Yeah, I don't know. All the piece that I heard, I think what everyone heard is like, he hit that shot or something to that effect, whatever it was. He hit that shot like his dad hit that shot in '99, which was just. I was like, oh, bro.
Oh, he said something about he pulled the trigger.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Like,
I heard
dude.
It. Very off-putting.
Yes. Not the move, homeboy.
These guys are stupid that they just don't realize by now.
Right.
You can't say
social media. You can't say nothing.
Yeah, exactly. You just can't. So as far as DFS goes from Houston, I like Christian Wood again.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Yep. I mean, he played well, especially after the debacle on the bench. With that Denver game.
He's still too cheap, man, for like when he's playing 34 minutes like this. Like,
right.
He's an enigma, and like he will have games where he stinks.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like him a lot. I mean, at this price,
he's been consistent.
Yeah, and that's with him playing a little bit less.
Right.
He did nothing last game he couldn't replicate. He actually should have had a better game. Missed foul calls on him. I like him quite a bit.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I think he's a very strong play for, and the game is going to be close too. You're not worried about them getting blown out this game.
No, I'm not. They just won their first game in a minute.
Right.
I think this game's close, man. If I were making one lineup right now, we'll build a little bit after. I'd probably play Wood with Brunson.
Yeah, I like that correlation.
So, yeah, I know there's so many good plays on this slate. That's the problem. I mean, we talked about Milwaukee, Utah, KD.
Right.
We haven't even gotten
still games to go.
Yeah, dude, like a few games to go. So,
right. So
Yeah.
next, Minnesota and OKC. So Minnesota is fully healthy. I mean, can OKC keep it close enough?
These teams just played. Minnesota got up huge, and OKC came back.
Yep, 98 to 90.
That game was like it was like a 20-point Minnesota lead in the first quarter, and then OKC came back. This game,
similar to the Celtics last night.
Yeah, I have like no interest in this game. All these players are healthy,
priced correctly,
priced how they should be. Too many good plays on this slate, man. Like,
pass it off.
Yeah, passing it off. This game could be close. Like,
it could be a sneaky stat game, but it's not for me.
Yeah, on a lot of slates I could see it, but like for me, like, do I think Towns is a bad play? No. Do I think Russell's a bad play? No. Do I think Edwards is a bad play? No. But I'm not looking for not bad plays on this slate. I'm looking for like the best of the best, and even the guys right off that who are really good plays aren't getting a ton of love. So the pivots off those guys are better than the guys from the Wolves and Thunder. So that's how I see it.
Yep, for sure. All right. Next is get the hell off this game. Denver, Sacramento. So if we go Denver first, Mario Porter out. Your boy Aaron Gordon, he's playing. Uncle Jeff, Highland. I mean, if you want a piece, I think you just go right back to Jokic.
Yeah, it's all about Jokic, man. Like, is he the priority on this slate, though?
He's the same price as Giannis. How do you not play Giannis over him?
I don't put it like that. I think they're really close. I think that Giannis might be slightly better, but I don't put it like, how do you play Jokic over Giannis? Like, look at Jokic. Why couldn't you play him over Giannis?
Oh, no, yeah, for sure. I mean, I think my biggest fear in this game is a blowout.
Denver stinks right now, though.
Yeah, but Sacramento's so bad.
But Denver's so short-handed. Like, yeah, Sacramento could always get blown out, for sure, but Jokic is doing the damage if they blow them out. We know that.
Right.
It's not like you're worried about Denver getting blown out here.
No, and we know damn well Campazzo's not going to replicate what he did 2 games ago.
No.
Oh, my. Or 3 games ago. Sorry, my bad.
Monte Morris is back also. He played last night.
Yep.
He had a good game. He'd be the guy I'd go to there at 4,500.
Yeah, he's too cheap.
On a lot of slates, he'd be more of a priority. Not on this one because there's so many good plays.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Also, Will Barton is in play. We've talked about him a bunch. His price keeps coming down.
Yeah.
It's just hard to get to this range on a slate like this, though. Because, that
so much value
is great. But, like, on a slate like this, there are guys that are like 4K that you think could give you 35.
Right. And that's a scary proposition to throw in front of you.
Exactly. So it's Jokic, man. Like,
yep.
I think Jokic and Giannis are real close. I'm not sure exactly where I want to go there. Playing them both is very feasible. I think.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is if you play them both, then like you're not really playing like the Brunsons and Christian Woods of the world, and like I like those guys too.
Right, and the other thing is too is with Jokic being only a center eligible too. Like if you want to play Wood and you want to obviously play Whiteside, you can.
Yeah, I think that if you're playing Jokic, you're not playing Wood.
Right. Yeah, because you're playing Whiteside regardless.
You're playing Whiteside, and just the prices with Wood. Like once you start, if you use two like guys like Giannis and Jokic, you're not really able to get the guys in the 7K range. And if you are, Brunson's more of a priority.
Correct. Absolutely.
So I don't know. Denver's the same old story, an easy team to break down. How about the Kings? Any interest in them here? I have like none.
I was gonna say not really.
Fox has played better lately, so it's worth noting that like his price is still really cheap. And he's got 40 plus in 3 straight. We know who De'Aaron Fox is. I don't think he's a bad play at all. Right there with Jalen Brunson won't get as much love. Brunson's the better play though.
Yep. Yeah, that's how I feel too.
So yeah, crazy.
I don't mind him. Fox is fallen, dude. The hype around him was so real last year, and I feel like it has just plummeted. Maybe because he's in Sacramento.
Well, because Sacramento stinks. Like he hasn't done anything to lift them up at all.
Right. You think between him and Halliburton in that backcourt
that they wouldn't be like one of the worst teams in the league.
Right. So you just got to look at the other pieces as well. I mean, again, and again, this is off DFS point, but like Bagley is so much of a better player I just don't understand why they have it. Like, it's the same thing with the Suns and Jalen Smith. I'm like, what do you have against this man?
Well, Bagley's so bad at defense. That's what they have against him.
When did they ever play defense?
That's
In
true.
how many years have they played defense?
He is an awful defender, though. Like, that's the thing with Bagley. And he's, like, not good enough offensively. He's just a bust. I used to be really high on Bagley, but he stinks.
Yeah. But the defense thing, I'm like, come on, guys. You guys don't play defense. You
To your point, though, it's not like they got guys that are, like, better than him that they're playing. So,
right.
Yeah.
I mean, they're playing. I don't know. I don't understand Sacramento. They're on the wrong coast, so it don't matter.
They're a black hole for sure. I mean,
all right. Next. Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say this next game, like.
Yep. So Atlanta's
really hard to break down. Trae Young missed last game, coming off one of the best games of the season.
He's questionable.
Also, yeah.
Yep. Collins is questionable.
And your boy Herder.
Bald.
Straight up bald.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
My man.
Yeah, he did. Red Velvet had one of the best games of his career. Seriously, he was like a slate winner, and people were a little hesitant because he was coming off the bench.
Right.
It was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta is like kind of, they're not like Utah because like they've got more guys that are going to play, but they're hard to break down because all these guys are questionable.
Right.
I'll say this. If Collins and like Bogdanovich are out, I'm interested in Trae Young if he plays. I just don't really know how to break it down.
It's so hard because of these pieces that are going to be in or out. And where it's a late game, too, you're not going to hear anything until after lock.
Probably.
I really like Capella, if Collins is out. Because we know that the Lakers have been known to play small ball. Right? And he's just a moose on the boards. So I feel like he could really do some damage inside if Collins is out.
I always like Capella. I'm a little worried that, if they do go that small route, that he could lose run, but they don't have the bodies, depending on who's in or out.
Right. And I mean, center eligibility only kills you.
That's probably why. I mean, that is why I won't get there, is because he's only center eligible, and it's just too hard to wait on that. And I don't think he's like some lock, anyways. That said, we know he's got upside. I mean, I used him that game; he had 60, so he's certainly on my good side. It's just really hard to break down Atlanta because now I'm more questioning if Young plays, considering he missed last game.
Right.
How about the Lakers? Yeah. The Lakers are easy to break down. Are you playing LeBron here? Or are you playing? I'm sure you're not playing Westbrook. I mean, he's the other guy. It's really.
I'm not playing Westbrook.
LeBron?
I want to play LeBron. I like LeBron a lot more if Trae Young's in.
Same. I love the Trae Young LeBron pairing then.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, I would still try to get, if I'm doing that, LeBron and Giannis. I would love to see if I can pull that one off.
I can't play LeBron tonight. If I'm making one lineup, I can't do it. Like, I think Jokic and Giannis are better plays. It sounds like I like Jokic more than you do.
Yeah, I think so. That's probably accurate.
LeBron's right there, though.
Yeah. I mean, any of those guys, any of those top tier guys, like it's personal preference at that point. You know what I mean?
It's hard, man, because like we talked about it. I know you haven't even mentioned these guys. Like, give me KD at 10-3 over LeBron here. Like, they're similar enough. I know Davis is out, but like that price discount is real.
Mm-hmm.
Even Harden, man.
Right. I mean, they're all, like I said, they're all over a K lower than them. But in that range, like, and that's why I wouldn't be able to get on Trae even if Trae was playing, because you got Harden 10-6, you have KD 10-3, and then Trae's 10-5. Like, I wouldn't be able to get there.
I probably wouldn't either, but I do think Trae belongs there.
I think he belongs. I just think on tonight with the circumstances, with the injuries and the matchups, I couldn't get there with him.
I have no arguments in that at all. I mean, because the fact of the matter is you can only roster 8 guys, so most of the guys we're not going to be able to roster, and that's just the facts.
Right, yeah, that's all we got.
Malik Monk has played good ball. He looks good with the Lakers. Like,
does. I mean, and he's getting his shots up. And the thing with him is like LeBron's attacking the rim, and when everything collapses, he's just sitting there ready to pull the trigger.
LeBron loves him. He's like, they need his athleticism too. I think.
Right.
I don't know. I'm surprised Charlotte just I always thought they took him in the top 10, Like, I don't know. I think that's a big mistake by Charlotte. I'm glad the Lakers are finally using him. I don't want to pay $6K for him, but I think he's in play here for sure.
Yeah, I'm the same way. He's no priority, but if he falls into a lineup, I'm not gonna be upset about it.
The more I look at this slate, the more I'm like, damn, am I even going to be able to get to Simons? Like, I started out, like, I like him so much, don't get me wrong, obviously, but there are so many good plays on this slate.
I mean, I still think you can get there because he's got that dual position eligibility.
I was talking to you about this, before. I've talked about it a bunch. I watched a lot of that Miami game. He was spectacular. He had one of the better quarters I've seen anyone have all year. Dropped 20 real life points in the third. I mean, he was the best player on the floor for sure. Playing with confidence. I've always liked this kid. Came out of high school, IMG Academy. He's like young still, even though he's been in the NBA for a few years. Now, obviously, it's his time to shine with no Dame, no CJ. He is their point guard. I mean, he's playing massive minutes. I think you can expect 40 plus from him here at 6,200. You're right. I'm just going to play him.
Yep. Yeah, I wouldn't overthink this one.
I'm not going to. Just play him. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. I think it's reasonable to expect around 40 here. Sure, he could bust and give you like 25, but he also has 50 plus upside for sure.
I was gonna say with the guys out and the users available, I think he's a higher chance to get 50 than he is to get 20.
Okay, I love it. I'm playing him. Portland's got a bunch in play, man. Like Nurkic, no Larry Nance, because I know he played last game, but he got hurt. Nurk has looked good, got ejected late.
I played him last time. He was good for me.
Yeah, like I know another center. Who do you like more, Nurkic or Wood?
I like Nurk. I like pairing him and Simons. I like that pairing just for the sole reason of, I didn't watch the whole game. Obviously, it was a late game, and my old ass can't stay up that late anymore. But I from what I saw, there was a lot of pick and roll between them two, and then a lot of off ball action with them. So I like that correlation that they have.
A ton of pick and rolls with them. I like Nurk a lot. I think him and Wood is real close, though.
Yeah. I think it's totally close. And again, it's one of those things where it's like if you have the extra 100 to go to Wood, fine. But if you stuck on 7 and you get Nurk, fine.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, even if you have 71 and you like Nurk more, I completely get that. Yep. I think they're both very, very good plays. And then I think guys like Little, Covington are solid filler pieces as well. Yeah. On a normal slate, I'd be more apt to get to these guys.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think I'm just going to stay with the, definitely Simons. And then, maybe if I get the Nurk, yeah. And then what about your Cleveland?
The one guy from Cleveland I was looking at, honestly, is Jarrett Allen. I know, I'm not going to go there because there's so many good centers, but, not really sure why his price is dropping.
Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. This is one of those whoopsies on DK.
Yeah. Now, I'll say this. The Cavs, I think, are getting back some bodies. It looks like Chetty Osman's in tonight. Yeah, I think so.
Is Rondo playing tonight? Yep. Osman's playing. He's probable.
Okay, so it's not like I'm going to use him, but
No, Rondo's playing.
Okay, so Rondo's playing. Yeah, Cleveland's not a team I'm really interested in here at all.
That's interesting to me, though. So, what do you project? I mean, I'm not going to play him, but what do you project for Rondo minute-wise?
Not much, honestly.
You think he's there for the leadership more
Actually,
so than
I do. Although I'm not positive of that because, it's not like they got guys behind him. With no Rubio and no Sexton, they need guys to play minutes. So I think that's a big unknown. I'm not sure.
So now here's a question. If it comes out that they start Rondo at the point and Garland at the 2, and they sit Stevens, are you interested in him?
Wait, repeat that?
So Stevens has been starting at the small forward?
Yeah, I'm not interested in him no matter what.
Right. But I'm saying, what if they went Rondo, Garland, Allen, Mobley, Mark?
Yeah, I'd be interested in Rondo then.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. If he starts, I feel like he's a lot more interesting at 3,300.
100%.
So
it's tough to want to go there and take the shot on this slate, but yeah, I get your question now. I'd definitely be interested in that.
Right. Okay, yeah, that was all. It was more of a hypothetical. What do you think? I'm a Boston guy. You're a Cleveland guy. I know what Rondo can do.
I don't
You
think
guys-
that he starts though.
I mean, I don't think so either. But that's why I threw the hypothetical out there for you.
Yeah, if that happened, I'd certainly be interested. So worth paying attention, if nothing else. Shall we try to build a little bit?
Let us do it.
Or you want to go first, or you want me to?
What do you feel like?
It's up to you because I know I've gone first a bunch recently, but normally you
All right.
go first. So
That's fine. I'll go first. That's fine. I can manage. All right, let's just go. Where's my Utah pieces? I'm gonna go under the assumption that they're all in. Like
I think that's the best way to do it now because
they have to be all in if they or they can't play the game.
exactly.
So point guard, I'm going Brunson. If I could spell. Shooting guard, Clarkson. Small forward, Gay. Or actually, I might. Yeah, we'll just put him there. That's fine. I can always move things around. Okay, power forward, Giannis. Guard here. So there's so much money to play with right now. This is wonderful. There he is. I almost forgot about him after talking about him. That's bad. And then if I can I get no. Let's see. Nwora. What does that get me? 74. What if I go? How much is Portis?
I think is he only center? Oh yeah, he's only center eligible.
Oh, that's painful. All right, that's gonna put a wrench in what I wanted to do then. Okay, I don't want him anymore. All right, let's see if I can get Middleton. Then 45 gets me who? 45. I mean, I don't mind Morris in this spot.
I don't mind Morris at all.
No. Yeah, I'd be fine. I think I'd be fine with Morris in that spot. Or I mean, let's see. Let me just try one more thing. If I go Nurk, because I talked about like Nurk.
Yeah, for sure.
I go Nurk 54 at forward.
Like THJ maybe.
I can go DFS.
Oh yeah, that looks solid.
Yeah, I could do. Or again, then we talked about like if I go DFS there, I have the 100 to go up to Christian Wood.
Yep, you could run both those lineups.
Right, you could just do the one different like that. If it goes, there it goes.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Yes. I mean Brunson, Clarkson, Gay, Giannis, Whiteside.
Clarkson, Gay, Giannis. Whiteside. Okay.
Simons.
Yep.
Kleba.
Simons.
See, this is where I'd use Jared Allen.
Right, because you have that flexibility when you throw him in there.
Right. So now take the bottom three out though. Simons, Kleba, and Allen.
Your boy. Oh no.
Leave Jokic or go Jokic.
All right. So you're gonna have 33 per.
So this is where it'd be like Trent Forrest or like I don't know, man. I don't really like this with these cheap. Like there aren't like that many cheap guys.
Oh, I forgot about Bryn.
Oh, you forgot about Bryn Forbes, yeah. I don't like him like you do though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm wasting a guard spot on him.
That's the point. It's not that I don't like him. It's like every roster spot's at a premium tonight.
Right. I mean, the only benefit would be if like Clarkson gets ruled out, that opens up a guard spot.
Yeah, because I don't want to play Clarkson either.
I don't like when he has to be the dude.
Neither do I. I think he might be the one I want to fade anyways. I can't even fit Simons here.
No. I'll take
it's hard. This is what I was talking about with the 7K guys. If you roster Giannis and Jokic, it's hard to roster 7K guy like Brunson, who I have in here.
Right. I mean, but what if you went – so instead of Clarkson, what if you went for – I know you don't like him, but what if you went Forbes? That gives you 2K extra wiggle room.
Yeah, I mean, then –
I don't know. I'm just talking out loud.
No, I mean, I think that in a lineup like this, you're going to need all those like really cheap, like the cheap guys. Because here you could go like Kleba and Morris.
Right. Which is a little better.
Yeah, I mean a lot better.
Right. So you can do
Or
like something.
if you really like Clarkson, like take out Brunson and Forbes. What does that get you like with and Morris too?
Brunson, Forbes.
I do like Kleba though. There aren't that many cheap guys on this slate, and Kleba's a guy I'm like definitely about.
Yeah, yeah. I get it.
This stinks though because now I don't have Simons.
Yeah, I know. We love him.
Yeah, dude. Simons or Brunson.
Both.
If you play both, you can't play two studs.
I know. I think. Oh, that's so hard. I guess it would come down to construction in the sense of like, do you need the extra 800? Like, I think Brunson's a chalkier piece, but like, it wouldn't shock me if Simons outscored him.
No, me neither. I mean, me neither. I think they're both really good plays though. So
Right. Yeah, part of me just
Yeah.
really hopes that Clarkson's out.
I'm kind of with that too.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a tough one though. So many good plays. Tried to narrow it down. It's really hard to build right now without knowing about the Utah guys.
Right, and that's the biggest piece.
Yeah, so just stay tuned. And obviously, if you can't pay attention until the last game locks, I wouldn't play heavy.
Yep.
Oh, that's all I got.
That's all I got as well.
Thanks a lot, guys. We're going to drop some Saturday NFL for you this afternoon. Excuse me. Appreciate you coming on with me. Enjoy the rest of that snow day. We'll see you guys later.
See you guys. Thank you.